On live, and today, normally you will see me standing, right? But today, if I'm having a seat, it means we're going to have a conversation, and that conversation includes you. Yes, we're live on social media. It's Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, also on Twitter. It's Silicon House Productions. Silicon House Productions. Now, it's an all-inclusive conversation today, so you're going to be part. All you have to do is make sure that in the comment segments of whichever platform we are on, you're not going to be left out. Your voice is going to be heard. Now we are going to be taking a look at the year 2020 in a review when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to the showbiz space. The name is Ibrahim Benbako. It's IB Benbako on social media, and I'll be introducing my guest to you. Well, my guests, they are seasoned personalities, artist managers, event organizers, media label or record label or CEOs. Those are going to be my panel for today's conversation. Like I said, when you go to Facebook, we're live there, Silicon House Productions. When you go to YouTube, we're live there, Silicon House Productions. When you go on Instagram, same as Twitter, Silicon House Productions. Now, all-inclusive means you are going to be part of this conversation because you have also had your fair share of what has been happening in the world of entertainment here in this country, especially so under the year 2020. I'm sure you've missed events. I'm sure you've seen a lot of things on social media that you would never have seen had it not been Corona. How has Corona affected your outing? How has Corona affected your clubbing? Even your normal going out to sit at the pub? Well, that is a conversation we are going to have. You know, all these things fall under the creative art or the creative space here in this country. And that is what we are coming to take a look. Well, it's unfortunate that probably you're expecting to have a live band session, but we're pushing that to next week. And next week, we're bringing you an amazing artist who is going to get you glued to this particular platform, especially so on Silicon House Productions, and also get you dancing. But today, let's just have a convo, okay? It's beautiful to our time. Break away from the norm and then just have a conversation, have your thoughts aired and your opinions also aired out there. For now, let's go for a breather. We'll come back and I'll be letting you in on who made it to my panel.
To sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice, choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
Many thanks going out to Silicon House Productions, the place that is where they make all your innovative ideas a technical reality. They put all the glitz and glamour, the finesse to whatever idea you have, and they give birth to it, and it becomes a technical possibility. While also not forgetting Greenline Smoothie and Juice, powered by nature. So if you're looking for any juice, any smoothie that is authentically natural, that is the juice you're supposed to be buying, Greenline Juice and Smoothie. And also if you're looking at a place that is exclusively yours, no iota of disturbance. It's supposed to be Silicon Lodge. Yes, that is a place you go and you have all your privacy because it's exclusively yours. And these are the three entities who are making it possible for Silicon House Live to come your way. Like I said, normally we have an artist performing, interview with the artist, but today it's going to be different. It's a different ballgame altogether. Today we're having a conversation here, and it's an all-inclusive conversation. So make sure that you're joining me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, and make sure all your thoughts, your submissions, whatever you want to say, they are being heard by you commenting. Send in your comments. And let's have a beautiful show. So I was telling you about my guests. Well, today I'm having 3 guests, but unfortunately only one person has come, so I'm expecting 2 more. So George Britton is an artist manager. He has a vlog, he has a blog that he for want of a better word, he has been doing concern there. He's written about a lot of people, written about a lot of events, and made sure that whatever he captures, he brings it to you either in true living pictures, in glitz and glamour, or written in text. And today, he is the one joining me. He's also an artist manager. He's managing one of the biggest talents we have, one of the most promising talents we have in this country, Camido. George, welcome.
How
are you doing?
I'm doing great, bro.
Yeah, the beard gang.
You know.
Well, we're expecting Mr. Logic, who's also an artist manager. He's had a wonderful release today from his artist Shatana featuring Shatawale, and also CEO of Media XL, Kwesi Ernest, who has also been handling a lot of gospel musicians. We're expecting the 2 of them to join us. But George, first off, we're talking about the year 2020 in review. Christmas is always almost around the corner. So it's better we just throw light on how the year has been. How has the year played out for you as an artist manager, one, and as an entertainment pundit and as a blogger?
Awesome. I mean, 3 in 1 now.
Yeah, 3 in 1.
Yeah. All right, so this is it.
As an artist manager first.
Okay, as an artist manager, as an artist manager, I think it's been a very great year for me.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
With regards to the artists that I have, you know, Camido. So my artist is called Camido, right? So he's a beautiful artist. So Camido, you know, was reintroduced into the game early this year. That's when we introduced the Save the Kids with Camido concerts. Right afterwards, you know, he traveled, came back. We had an album to release, but then unfortunately Corona happened. So, you know, immediately we had to come up with a contingency plan, which we put together an EP. You know, released in June, July, then it's been all over the place, performing, you know, weddings, parties, you know, main gigs, you know, marketing himself well. So I think with the artist management bit, I think we've been very successful.
Okay.
So Corona didn't knock us down.
Okay, good. As a blogger?
Well, then again, as a blogger, I think it's equally good because this is a year that most people, you know, joined the online. I mean, most people became internet consumers. Online before, where you get to see the news on TV and hear it on radio. We're all forced, you know, go online to read and to watch videos, which I think it was a very good year for bloggers, vloggers, online people, you know. And so that one bit was good.
And entertainment pundits.
Yes, it was equally good because then again, we had the chance to, you know, be pundit from even our homes for the first time, you know, yeah. Be pundit from our homes. And I think from where I stand, Corona, I wouldn't say it was that bad. It was too bad. It was bad. It affected a lot of stuff that we do, but it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because some of us, we actually gained.
Now let's look at Corona and the entertainment industry. Let's put these 2 in perspective, Joe to Joe. Did Corona really bring any good into the entertainment industry, or it did take away all the good away?
So it's two ways. The good thing about it was it made us more innovative.
Okay.
Because then most people didn't know that with the exception of you making money from performing on stage, you could make money from streaming and downloads. So that most people, because we're not performing on stages, we have to shift our attention to the streams, how to even get more playlists on all these digital platforms, then putting together virtual concerts, whereby people are actually charging for fans to view. So this is something innovative that were not part of us about 12 months ago, which has now become part of us. So it was good in that sense, but it became bad because then, our industry, we actually make more cash when we perform.
Yes.
And unfortunately, all the bigger platforms, the bigger venues are closed down. So it made it so difficult for us to perform. I mean, right from March till about September, it was more or less like a dead town. So it was difficult for artists, and anybody in that ecosystem to benefit. So it was quite sad for us with that bit.
Well, you an artist manager, so definitely it's going to be sad for you. Now, let's also look at the event space. You and I, we meet a lot outside at events. Now, this, under the fray of time that you're talking about, from March to September was like a dead town, yes?
Yeah.
That affected events hugely.
Very much.
Would you say it took away a lot of, revenue streams with events?
Revenue streams, yeah, it did, number one. I mean, the mere fact that most event organizers make money from the gates proceeds. In this case, you couldn't, bring in people. Even if you did, you have to slash your people probably, into 4, maybe 25% of the people that are supposed to be there. We had the same incident at Ghana Music Awards.
Okay.
I mean, you could see that the auditorium carries a lot of people, but unfortunately, because of the COVID protocols, we couldn't, they couldn't pack the place. And round table event was fun, but you could sense that the number of people who really made this event successful for the organizers, they weren't there. Aside that, most of the event organizers had to, tap into the virtual means, whereby it wasn't easy for them.
Well, we're going to get into the virtual concert that happened around town and a lot of that. But let's even zoom. I'm glad you mentioned VGMA because it seemed to be the biggest thing under the calendar.
Yeah.
That is what a lot of people even save to. You can buy a ticket as much as 400 Ghana Cedi, 300 Ghana Cedi, and like you're saying, they make most of the gate proceeds, or they make most of their revenue from gate proceeds. And this time around, they couldn't sell. Now, you were there, I was there. It was limited to about 300 people.
Very limited.
I'll take you into the auditorium so we can see how it all played out, how it all panned out, the VGMA this year, 2020. And I'm sure Kwesi Ernest would have joined us by then, the CEO of Media XL, who is also an artist manager. So let's go straight to the auditorium of what happened at the VGMA this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, walking majestically to collect the award, Tessa Cultural Group.
Thank you. Thank you. So this way.
Good evening.
Madina, take me to Madina. Madina to go see Sekina. Madina, take me to Madina. Madina to go see Sekina. You want to know you saw what you took, but I was a can make a son a lot. We know why you're supposed to say, talk about dog for make you a bigger one. And about 3 years to me, though. Cause if 4 hours to me, boy. And you are the piano go. Piano go. Jingle bell, now you be my only jingle bell. That man never hold me Santa. I swear it on my ring like that. Let's go. Do this. My ring, my band. Let's go. Do this. My ring, my band. Sirigama. Namal Savilu, Sirigama, Gwindi, Sirigama. Namawa. Wine for me, go on, me say, oh, you real bad girl. Tell you about that. She asking out to me. Me a slide the thing. One time, she no give me enough chat. One chop. She the Shiva. When I know the, she be Coco. I be the Kose. If you be Bassa, I go be your mercy. She gets the Coca-Cola body shape. I be the Pepsi. Bra, bra. Abe bro. Bra, bra. Abe bro. Oh, bra, 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 bra. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na.
Yeah, I'm a come and tell me, Mr. Brother, my fuel. Hey, watch you. So, what the mommy and I'm a come and tell me, so don't be late. Yeah, don't be late. My favorite come and don't be famous. Look at don't be late. Don't be late.
So that are some of the performances at this year's VGMA, which marked the 21st edition of the award scheme. Yes, and I've been joined by CEO of Media XL and also an artist manager, and most of the artists, all the artists he's been
All the
managing.
gospel artists in the world.
Yeah, all the gospel artists in the country. George, thank you very much. Kwesi, welcome.
Thank you.
So now he has the title, Doctor Lawyer Kwesi Ernest. Ask where he got the doctor from. The least said, the better.
Thanks for the correction.
Come again.
Thanks for the correction.
And whether the law was also conferred on him, I don't know. But you're welcome.
Thank you. You don't need to know everything.
No, I can't know everything.
Once you know, follow the cue.
Crazy. Well, you just missed George's submission. We're taking a look at the year and the review, the whole year 2020, since January till now, and how the industry, our creative arts industry has been like. First off, how did it play out for you? You're an artist manager. You have almost all the gospel musicians in this country under your record label. You are also an event organizer, Blaze on the Hills, one of the biggest events in the Eastern region, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So how's 2020 played out for you?
2020 has been a year of learning, particularly for me.
Okay.
It's been a year of learning, learning new innovations. I'm just from a YouTube school.
Oh, really?
You know, I'm going to school now because I need to they say streaming, boom play, all this big English. So we need to learn. So it's a year of learning for me. It's also a year that it's become like a heavy loss for me personally as a company.
Okay.
Because I cannot recount making 10,000 cities even from the numerous artists that you have, or either from performances, either from, I think it was just last month that Kofisa performed at Central Region, and we made some 10K thereabouts. Okay. That is not even much, you know. If you look at the whole year and then you look at it, so it's very abysmal. And so this year has been very rough and tough. And if you look at coupled with bills, and our system here is not like what we have in overseas, where you have government giving support, subsidies and what have you. The electricity bills were the same. The water bills, apart from the corona time government water, even that one still, I don't know what happened in my area, but water bill was still coming. You know, water bill was still coming. So, you know, coupled, and even if you are not paying the bills here, you have children home. I mean, you have the children home. My firstborn is about 15 years now, and he can manage a cup of rice by himself alone. So you can imagine the bills home and everything. You have your mother, you have your father, you have domestic needs, the whole family to take. And so, for us as persons who there's so much of dependency on us, you know, externally and internally, it's quite huge for us. And so for me, and also worker salary, I've got staff to manage. I've got office, internet to pay. I've got DSTV bills. I've got so much of things. And if you look at the revenue, which is blocked, coming, because virtually everything was blocked. And you know, I was the board chairman for Ghana Music Award USA. Yes. And as at the time we planned the event and we're going to hit USA with all the artists going, Corona locked. Ghana Music Awards. In fact, I went. A lot asked me. We had a technical meeting in London. Mm-hmm. I was in London, I think, first week in March or so. We had a meeting. We went to O2 Arena, booked all the venues, did everything. We paid the deposit for O2 Arena for this year's event. We went there, did everything. After, and then I was there, and then I heard that there's going to be a lockdown. So quickly they rushed me to the airport. And so I was the last batch that arrived before
the close down of the
before the airport was locked down. So you could see all this, and if you look at the money that was being paid for O2, artist preparation and everything, then the event couldn't come on. Kofi Sapor concert this year too, zero. Several instances and things. So for us, for me, it's a huge. It hasn't been it's not been easy.
That is just your general overview. Now let's go into specifics. You're an event organizer. Yeah. You're also an artist manager. How many artists do you have under Media XL now?
Currently, I have almost about 7 artists.
7 artists. Currently, you're promoting one of the.
Yeah, one of the. Wilmina. That's the fresh. She's from Ireland. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now your artists are not only based in Ghana here.
Yes.
Here, you have had artists all around
the
country.
Yeah.
How has it been as a manager making sure that all these artists are well taken care of? Meanwhile, shows are not coming. Can't get see Corona.
I think that I'm blessed when it comes to that department because I have artists who themselves are maybe working.
Okay.
Not music is not maybe their main, their only mainstream thing. Kofi Sapor is a police officer, and definitely if Media XL is not paying, definitely something will come from Abang. Okay. You understand? You have Benny Sofer, who is also one-time banker now on retirement, and then also the husband is a professor, so at least she's okay. You have Abina Ruti, who's also an entrepreneur. She's also a personal banker and all that. And my other artist, she's also a nurse, working in London here and there. And so I've been fortunate to have artists who are diverse themselves, also making here and there. So sometimes the stress from them is not much, and truth be told, and it got to a time, some of them even out of what they are doing, they were able to send something to the company.
Wow.
Yeah, they send, I remember one of my artists sent me almost about £1,000 sterling to be able to take care of bills. And so for me, that's quite encouraging, that you have artists who they feel part of you and they want to, they know what the management is going through. It's not like bread and butter situation and all that kind of thing. So I think that I've been blessed with that aspect. Yeah.
Now let's look at events which didn't happen at the stipulated times, but it happened when the lockdown was released, like VGMA, like Emmy Awards, which 3 Music Awards had to go virtual.
That's right.
But VGMA, Emmy Awards, one of the 2 biggest events under our calendar.
Yeah.
VGMA happened. You were there.
Yeah. I was at the VGMAs.
Yes.
And
from your point of view, how did you see it this year?
They made loss. They made huge losses, apart from...
Because they didn't even sell tickets.
Yeah, apart from the fact that they had mainstream sponsor, Vodafone. Everything that they did there, you could see that. And if you look at the infrastructure setup that was put in there to the event, if you look at the protocols, the COVID protocols and everything that was done at the event, and you look at the setup generally, artists, performance and everything, I'm not sure you can even make 100,000 Ghana cedis profit from VGMA this year. And that is the truth. I'm an event organizer. We do all this. I mean, he's here as a sound man, and he knows the thing we do on the ground. Okay. So basically, if you look at the thing, they made losses. They couldn't get the money. I don't know, but because even the people that came, it was invitation. Yeah. Strictly by invitation. You give it
to 300 people.
And even we were there, they were still giving us refreshment on the table. So I was even at the moment, I asked Kofi Sapor, I hope this thing we are not going to pay for it tomorrow.
Were you thinking you were going to pay?
No, because you never know. You never know, because COVID era, then champagne bottles all on the table. I was just okay. So later I saw that maybe it's part of the sponsorship. Okay. So, but even they were cautious drinking. So it's
so you didn't drink. You didn't take your champagne.
No, we're cautious though. Instead of managing 2 bottles by one, we're managing 1. You never know what will happen. So basically, they made losses. 3 Music Awards, for example. I mean, Sadiq is my friend, and extremely lost. It was a typical Onampo situation. He lost.
Okay.
He lost totally. I mean, he couldn't make any. Yes, I'm telling you, it was a typical.
Let's go on.
It was a typical Onampo situation.
Lawyer, please. Let's be on the main road.
Yeah, we're on the road.
Okay,
we're on the road. We're on the sound road. You see, so I can tell you on authority that he lost. And the kind of things that he's planning, his everything, the same situation. He couldn't make money. And if you look at it as a young man, sacrificing your effort. And one thing that people forget is that it takes about 3-4 months to plan a huge event.
It's very true.
It takes about 3 to 4 months to plan a huge event. And within that 4 months, as an event organizer, you don't receive salary until your event is over.
The event is done.
The event is done.
And even when it's done, you have to wait for like 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks before you can now say that I have paid everybody.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh, there are some
exactly
after months you can't pay.
Because there's my new friend here. If you don't pay him for sound, I'm sure that wherever you are, he will find you. That's the situation. He will find you.
Leave me
so
out
basically,
of this conversation.
these are the situations. So he made a lot of losses. So personally, for this year, I'm not sure anybody can confidently look at my face and say that I am an industry person. I'm an event organizer. I'm an artist, and I made money. Even those who did this virtual concert and what have you, I'm saying that if we had known earlier, we could have maybe do a plug-in with the pay-per-view situation, where then at least Ghanaians will be encouraged enough, will be educated enough to have an opportunity to maybe log in like what Sarkodie did. And then he at the latter end, he saw the light and then he was able to plug in some money in. But all the persons who started with the plug-in, the one we did, the gospel one we did, the Hope concert, all the things we did, everything was a loss. The Hope concert, for example, we got to a time, we about the five people, we have to contribute money to even pay for the instrumentalists and everything. That is how terrible it was. We need to contribute money and even pay for venue and what have you. Till today, I don't even know where some of the rushes are because the video guys, we are owing them. And so I can't even go for the rushes. And they too, they can't call me. So these are the challenges that happen in 2020. It's been a beautiful year.
Well, we're going to be able to give you the privilege of you seeing some of the concerts that were held under this year that you're saying. Well, we've already seen VGMA. I'm sure we'll have the Black Love concert. We're going to have the Emmy Awards. We have also the Famille concert. We're going to have all the privileges to see all this. But first, let's take a look at the 3 music awards, which Kwesi was talking about. One will come back. George Britton, whose artist also was on that bill, will share with us his experience when they got on stage and the fact that it was a virtual concert. Yeah, so let's take a look at 3 music awards. We'll be back. And this is Silicon Live.
Sometimes I wonder if you could see through my eyes, you'd know that I'm a fool for you. How can't you see? How do I say I'm falling for you? Sometimes I wonder if you could be inside my heart, you'd know. Then times I be hard guy, I fade yeah my pain. How do I say I'm falling for you? So can't you see that I am ready for better or for worse? I did for you for better or for worse.
Well, I'm sure you were expecting to see the normal energy from the people who were watching all the artists perform, but this was a virtual concert, 3 music awards, and you're live on Facebook, you're live on Instagram, you're live on YouTube, and also on Twitter. Please send your messages coming in. So far, I've seen some interesting comments coming in. Someone is very enthused about you saying your son can manage 1 cup of rice. But George, let's look at execution of all these events, virtual concerts. Let's draw virtual, and the fact that there were people in the room, auditorium. How were the artists vibing to that?
Okay, so this is it. I mean, most artists, get their vibe, get their energy from the crowd. So when their performance where the crowd is, excited, they affect their performance. But in this case, with me, any artist I worked with, I made you believe that, listen, the crowd is actually watching you from home. So the energy that you give them is what they will feed on. So, especially with Kamido at the 3 Music Awards, that was his first biggest platform.
And it was virtual?
Yeah, it was virtual. And I told him that was the first time that most people are going to see him.
Okay.
And yes, true to our words, that was the first program that most people saw him. So, he came in, gave, I think we did rehearsal with the band, about 3 days prior to the event. He came in and gave his best. Almost every artist on the bill, came out thinking that, okay, so there are millions of people out there watching me. So if I really want to get to them, I need to give out my best, which they did. And I think it was a plus too.
How about execute? Okay, so for an event like Emmy Awards, which was also restricted to only 100 people, do you have the chance of seeing it?
No, unfortunately.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now let's restrict our conversations to what we saw. VGMA, 3 Music Awards. How did you see execution on stage? Was it same as if there were...
Yes. I think what the organizers did was, they put in place the same effort they would have given, whether people were there or not. And you took, especially with the 3 Music Awards, like you said, we planned this ahead, 3 months, 4 months ahead. So the stage design, everything was sorted already. So there wasn't any way that we could change at the 11th hour. You understand? So, we brought everything there. We spent the night, building the stage, unfortunately for nobody there. You get me? I mean, when you came into the auditorium, the only people that you saw there were the technical people. And artists came in to perform and go. I was there with you, saw how it was. But at the end, they wanted to prove something. I mean, we didn't want this event to pass by, so it could be like, you've left the space. So we did it, even though we lost. We learned something new. It's a virtual concert, like I said earlier. VGMA, it was exciting, but it wasn't as probably a lot of people were there. But they gave us what we wanted. So, which I think was key.
Crazy, you also have a lot of artists on your label, like we rightly said, you mentioned all their names. Now, tuning your mind to a virtual concert where they are not used to, especially so for their first times, how was it an easy thing to do?
It's the most easiest.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it.
Because you see, footballers, musicians have always rehearsed without crowd.
But they've also always taken their energy and vibe from what the crowd will see them.
It's true. But let me land on it.
Land.
Footballers, musicians have always rehearsed without audience.
Okay.
Our nature, the moment you become an artist, right from the day of recording, writing a song, you are alone. Going to studio to record, you and your sound engineer and your manager. When you finish, you go and do photo shoot, you and your manager. When you come out, you go to video location, shoot video, you and your crew only. Until an artist becomes light up before you step onto a stage and you see an audience. The same thing applies to football. So right from the word go, artists have that kind of build up, that system. And I remember when I was managing Just Blessing, for example, I mean, we were in rehearsals room for about 6 months, just rehearsing. No, that's why she came out and people saw her on stage performing and the people were marveled. I put her into a room for almost about 6 months just rehearsing how to perform. So that is the system. So it's very easy when an artist goes to the stage there. Sometimes the few that usually have challenges are artists who themselves are not good performers.
Okay.
So within their mindset, their only generator, their only energy is only derived on the crowd.
Say what?
Yes, mostly, and that is the. So I'm telling you, because I saw Amachide with Amachide on the
Sarkodie Black Love?
Black Love, the one he did at the virtual he did. Look at Amachide, he was fine, pa. You saw Amachide, he was fine, pa, in his element. You did nothing. You saw Sarkodie, he was fine. I mean, because you see, the thing is in your mind.
Okay.
It is in your mind. You are giving, and the fact that you know that this thing is going to be live, telecast live for people to watch. The mere fact that you hear that they say, I don't remember Facebook Live is going to, definitely you know within your mind that somebody out there is watching me. And it's important for you to rehearse yourself and get yourself up standard to that level. If only your dependency, because you see, I've seen artists who have gone on stage and even crowd is there and they perform abysmal. They are zero. Because they couldn't do anything. He said the thing. They couldn't do anything. We've seen it over the time. Peja will say, yeah, and everything. Bam, Peja. So basically, the issue about audience is though is a factor, as my brother George is, one member is saying. But for me personally, I think that being able to perform creditably is in the mindset. It's your build-up as an artist. It's, as an individual, your preparedness. If you go, you meet the audience. Fine. Because even apart from COVID-19, we have been to shows where the show have flopped. People didn't come.
Okay.
We've been to National Theatre. There was a show we went, and the people in Kofa in a way 22. I think that they were even for the organizers' family. They were from the family, the wife, children, and the family members. They came. They were on the complimentary tickets, so they didn't have a choice. So it was flopped. So in that capacity, would you blame COVID-19?
Well, at that time, we didn't have any pandemic.
That's why I'm saying that if you are put on that particular stage, would you go and argue with COVID-19? Corona hasn't done nothing about that. It is you and the people who are there. Because sure, until you have to perform and then use the crowd that is there and perform. So it's about your build-up. It's about who you are as an artist. It's about you. I mean, if you look at Stonebwoy, any stage you give that young man, hey, he go kill him. If you give Shatawale, if you give him 1 hour, you worry that your man. Give him 3 hours. He alone. He will do everything. Or to and I pass 7 o'clock still, and he's still on the stage. These are people when you are paying them 200,000, you don't have a problem.
Because they will
exactly. But there are some of the artists in GH too. They are time wasters and they are confused themselves. They are wasting our money, and in fact, we should be charging them for asking us to come and sit down and giving us those type of performances.
Like who?
I don't want to give. I don't want to give.
Folks, you're live on Facebook, you're live on YouTube, you're live on IG. It's Silicon House Productions. Keep your comments coming in on Facebook. I started seeing some comments coming in. Now let's just look at it this way, from the point of the one who is watching from the house. I don't know if Corona has tuned us to be able to do that, have all the excitement watching from the home. George, I don't know if you sat in the house to watch any show live on the internet before.
I think I did. I did for few events.
Okay.
The only problem that we had with some of the events was the fact that the internet kept breaking. And if the internet keeps breaking, it doesn't make it exciting.
Another problem we have in this country.
Yes. That doesn't make it exciting. We watching concerts online on the aftermath pre-recorded concerts. We've never had an issue with it because most of the awards out there, events out there, we watch them
pre-recorded
and we feel the vibe. Okay, but in this case, the only problem we had was the fact that the internet was kept buffering and data consumption. Not most people could afford, because let's say if an event runs for 2 hours, they should know how much we're going to spend, and that was the only bit that we couldn't probably enjoy. But aside that, it was fun. I mean, it was good to see.
So in this case, Kwesi, if you are supposed to pay for an event to watch live on internet, with this our internet problem, would you do that?
With this current trend we find ourselves in, I think that Ghanaians and world over, everybody is adjusting.
World over, the internet is very strong and solid. But okay, so prior to Corona, would you do that?
Prior to Corona, no.
But now,
you don't have a choice.
Regardless of our bad internet.
Because you see, our internet situation there, I'm sure maybe next week we'll find another time and come here and talk about it. Yeah, because even the one they advertising 5G cannot even power your small technophone. So I find it why those guys are still advertising 5G when they themselves they know the thing we are selling is not correct. Sometimes we need to start slapping some of these people and give them this because it is not fair. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know that the thing you are selling doesn't work, and yet you are saying that you are advertising for 5G and 4G, and they are doing adverts. Our society should start, because you see, why would people come and somebody buy internet for a purpose, and then a program is going on, and then you can't even watch 20 minutes of it, and then And that's so until that system is corrected, the issue of pay-per-view will even become a problem.
Okay.
Because you see, if you log into a program, let's say the program is 3 hours, like most of these virtuals, they are 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours maximum. And somebody has already logged in and paid to watch, let's say 100 Ghana cedis to watch for 3 hours. And then internet goes off. You, the event organizer, the person cannot come to you, but because the thing is his own personal problem. So if we want to continue advocating for us to continue with this system of virtual concert and virtual concert, it's important for us to begin having an arrangement with our telcos for them to give us proper internet bandwidth so that you are sure that the thing will flow. Because sometimes even some of these virtuals we're watching, where the feed we are even getting from the studio, from the venue to even our phones, all a problem.
I mean, one of the events that was very affected was Shatawale's concert.
Yes.
I mean, he did a lot of investment in that.
I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, when the day came, we
I'm
couldn't
telling
get
you,
to
it was
enjoy.
there was one the ministry organized. That was, I think, the first virtual.
Yes.
Where they put flower pots by the stage.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
And
I remember,
you saw the decoration, the curtain.
No, that was the launch of the app.
I love their
The
setup.
app,
There was flower pot by the side corner.
And red carpet.
You saw the red carpet too.
So
Okay.
can you leave the flower pots and come to the main stage?
See, we are describing how the
I know,
version
leave
was.
the flower pots. Let's get onto the red carpet. But still, you are walking by the red carpet. Well, folks, we are going to be taking a look at how creative artists have been. Well, you are going to tell me if this pandemic has made our artists very creative, especially so in getting a lot of revenue stream. But we'll do that after this breather.
Thank you.
Yes, because I know a lot of, concerts that you had to pay, and a lot of people paid.
I thought you said you are going, you'll be back.
No, I'm good. I'm just giving you a prelude.
Oh, we are here.
So, okay, good.
You won't go
Don't go anywhere. Many thanks going out to Silicon House Productions. Many thanks also going out to Green Line, Smooth and Juice, and not forgetting Silicon Lodge. We are going for a breather right now. We'll be back, and Silicon House Live is still in effect. Please let your comments keep flowing.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
All right, thank you, dear.
Well, you're welcome back from that breather. You're still logged on to Silicon House Productions on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram and Twitter too. And this is Silicon House Live. Like I said, today we are not going to have the typical Silicon House Live where we bring our artists to come and jam you. Today we're having a conversation. So you also join in the conversation. I'm going to get to my panel very soon, but let's first take a look at what is happening on Facebook. Well, Sam says Silicon #1, and this one is coming from Adamate Patrick says fire, and Boshaba says she gives emoji, she's cracking up her ribs and says manage 1 cup of rice. Wow. Raz Bamba says great work, George Britton, and Sam shared it. Well, a lot of sharing going on here. Sam can't help but to laugh a lot. And Boshaba Ekia Adofwa comes back again. Ernest, you won't kill me. And Regime Anilante is also being cracked up with Kwesi Ernest's comments. Well, I'm going to go on them very soon. But let's take a look at the Black Love concert and then also the Emmy Awards this year, how they all played out.
Yeah. What else? Huh? Yeah. In the beginning, they would be stuck on a slave ship. But since the we are free, we on some ape shit. But you're free totally, we still in the matrix. Slavery in stages, since the you do stay 6. And your physical, systematic mind games. Every time you acquire the time I'm in migraine. Freedom is expensive. We got check a price range. Pure black children, man, with brothers of white names. Self-hate. The brothers and sisters are done is cellmate. I think it's time that we open the hell gate. We got to push to be free before it's hell late. We can see between the lines, but we still can't read. We're still in chains, but the eyes can see. We do have a choice, but we still ain't free. We'll be so me move, I can't breathe. I just want to be free. Free is when you decide for yourself. Free is when nobody controlling your wealth. Free is when you start making people for help. Free is finally when you're breaking out from a spell. We in the 21st century, they can't be using cars no more. They're playing games with a man. I could see Bolini claiming democracy, so we say we see everything, but we are blind. The destruction of a man begins in the home. So when they break up the home, they take over the throne. To see a tour that was so you can see that you're alone. When you're old, remember you cannot be on your own, cause you gotta teach a man how to fish, so they can survive a lifetime. But I don't know when you're for the wish. About the side, they're gonna have a hard time. The United States of Africa is what they don't wanna see. But that's the only way my people can survive. They divide and conquer. We just a brown paper bag. I'm with the cash, I bet on your price. So now we cherish the money and not the money machine. They say they wanna invest. Come on, put me money. They got it for multimedia, but they be claiming supreme. They return of Martin Luther King, we still have a dream.
Loved ones gathered here from far and near. It's my greatest pleasure to welcome here to the stage the president of the faculty to help us with the presentation of the first 2 awards. Please help me welcome Mr. Kwabena Ejekum. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Charles Nate has a specialty in sport.
Dance about the music makes you feel so happy. Dance about the music makes you happy.
A round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. A powerlifter who has made massive waves out of Ghana, even though he is challenged with physical disability. Shall we now take a listen to our very first award recipient, the Man of the Year Courage, Mr. Charles Nate.
Thank you very much. I first thank the Lord Almighty for this great award, and I thank Emmy Africa for honoring me with this very special award.
Gentlemen, a round of applause to one of our sponsors, Mr. Noah Seklawe from Electroland. A round of applause for him as he joins us on stage.
No matter.
And that was the Emmy Award that you just saw, and before that was the Black Love concert at the Black Star Square, where Sarkodie went up there. My question is, if there were lots of people there, if it was a packed place, would he still have gone up there? but it was beautiful. Okay, so Rasbamba saying, great work, Silicon. Ghana industry must work again. I need more of this. Well, you're going to be having more of this. And all the people who are going to make sure something like this keep happening are still here, so they are listening. Okay, guys. Now, let's check out artists who, even under the lockdown, were super, super relevant. Still had hits, still were putting in a lot. I know a lot of artists were still putting in a lot of works, but how many of them understood the space they had gone in to be able to be relevant? As in talking about artists being creative, even still when the lockdown was super, super, super effective, Chrissy?
I think that's truth be told. 2020, regardless of all the various challenges, difficult moments for artists and the entire industry, there's also been a big learning process, curve also for the artists in general.
You're taking YouTube lessons. You just came from a class.
Yeah, and it tells you the new trends, the new innovations, technology. Now, technology is at play. It's not about come and brag and go home. And now, if you brag, we'll visit your boom play and check what is happening there. If you come and talk,
check the numbers.
We'll go to iTunes and go and check the numbers. So right now it's not just about math talk again. You talk, we'll go to YouTube and we'll go and check what is happening there. So even now, musicians are becoming very conscious of creating trends, musical trends that is hitting them across the global belt. And we've seen huge success from Shatta Wale to Stonebwoy. And Stonebwoy's new trends are very, very impressive. Making 1 million viewership on YouTube in 5 days. And we're talking about 1 million. You see, and if you put all the 7 presidential candidates, they couldn't even get 400,000. So that should tell you the magnitude of our musicians.
Do you work at the Ghana Statistician Office?
No,
he's learning.
Oh yeah. He's just coming from the class. But
I'm telling you, that is the truth. So it tells you how strong and effective that somebody can make 1 million within 5 days. Wherever the young man is, kudos to him, Charlie. Big shot to Stonebwoy and his management. And Sarkodie, Shatta, all these boys, they are doing it. Even if you come to the gospel community, you have Dana Hamilton, you have Akasi Brimpong, you have Joe Metal, you have all of them, Kofi Sapo, all of them shooting up from their various corteses when it comes to YouTube and online sales. So personally, regardless of all the various situations, artists themselves have also learned. They've also taken the time to school themselves into what has happened on their following. And I've always maintained the fact that it's different having 5 million followers on Instagram and putting up a music on iTunes, and in 1 week you can't even get 20,000 people downloading a song. That is stupid following. Totally stupid following. That you have 5 million people on Instagram following you. What are they doing? Are they buying fetching water for you to bath? That you have 5 million people on Instagram and you put music on Spotify or Amazon and you can get 10,000 of those people to download your music at even $1. You should shut that thing down.
So at least Corona has brought some positive.
It has brought sanity into the system. It has been, the musicians are learning this. Technology is at play. And those with sharp fingers. And anytime I look at my brother, he's working effectively. I'm learning from them. Yes, for some of us, we're from the old school time. The usual Cantonman is CD jacket young man.
Where you have to hit the
exactly.
Running.
For some of us, we're the CD jacket young men.
Yes, so you can't sit in your room and make it work.
We were packaging, myself and Nee, we were packaging the CDs. Like this.
What has Nee done to you this evening?
Now, these men did, at this age, at the Corona time, they show us where the level is. And so we have to go to them like this. Swallow our pride, learn under their feet. And I'm so grateful, especially with my brother Celestin Donko, now Celestin Donko's husband, manager. Kofi Donko, one effective young man. He's learned, he's schooled, and he's giving me counseling guidance. Question, let's do it like this and everything. So I think that the artist management, there's some kind of education, there's some kind of growth which is coming. And if life come back again, with this growth that we have now, if we can team up with the growth, it much stronger, and life come back again, artists and musicians they are going to make money seriously in this country. I'm telling you.
There is a
it's going to be huge.
There's a common knowledge out there that Ghanaians, we pick up things and leave them easily. Do you think if this corona pandemic should be off, all that we are gathering, all that we'll learn, we'll just leave it and go back to...
You leave it and go where?
And go back to what we know.
Where were you coming from? Where you are coming from, this life you see will not come back again. No. If anybody is expecting this life again to come back in full, like how those times we had the second you do to milk and it's not going to come back again. The system, we are just moving.
So we are just moving.
Where we are now, everybody, wherever you are listening, wherever you are watching the sound of my voice, listen, and I repeat, my name is Christianes. I'm telling you, this life that we are in, this change, this system that we are in now, it is not going to come back again. So if you are expecting that life to go back again and you are waiting for it, but better pack yourself and go to the cemetery. That is where change is there, persistent, until Jesus comes. But as it is where we are now, this is the new life. Let everybody adjust. Let us grow. Let there be some speed. Or show more be on your because this is a new trend where we find ourselves. It's a new global village. It's a new global trend. It's a new technology, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
George. Kitty is one of the artists here in Ghana who had a huge success, even with the lockdown. We had, I think, first lockdown was 2 weeks, and then we had another 3 weeks.
You are talking about Ghana lockdown?
Yeah, Ghana. I don't know. I don't know about elsewhere.
Even yesterday, Germany was locked down again.
I know Belgium is still locked down. London is locked down. I know some European countries are locked down. Kitty had a huge success. I mean, Margaret Kumante will say, enjoyment was huge, but it would have been way bigger had it not been the corona. But then again, Say Cheese was way bigger than enjoyment. What has Kitty been doing right? Or what has Links been doing right? You are with the digital space. I
think they know their niche markets and they know what the people want to consume, so they give them the exact product. I mean, like I said, it really hurts me that Kitty, his music came at that time, because he would have played a lot of shows. I mean, from campuses to parties to, bigger concerts. It really came at the wrong time. But then he made some money from the streaming because, he hit over 2 million,
I disagree.
You disagree?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying this on authority that that song Say Cheese, Richie is my good friend, my brother, and I'm saying that if it's only 2 million that they made from it, then Richie did not maximize his potentials to promote that song.
Meaning he could have done more.
Because he could have done more. Because you know why? That song, Say Cheese, is like Michael Jackson, Black or White song. You remember that song by Michael Jackson?
No, but see, the question here,
because you see, it is as huge, if that Say Cheese song, it can be used in countries, documentaries, those who produce photography, people, the kind of thing that
it means the song has potential to be way bigger.
There's too much of potential than what has been done.
But then again,
there's too much of potential in that song.
Okay.
So I don't
that Richie could tap and I'm telling you, that song is a platinum hit song. When an artist, if you have an opportunity and that artist, if your artist is able to record that kind of song for you, as a manager, as a record label, you have to own Silicon.
Okay, so hold on your guts right now, please.
Okay, so this is what happened. It came right at the beginning of, most of us getting to understand the space.
That space.
Okay. And the one good thing I like is the fact that he admit the fact that the gospel people have now moved. Now, over the years, it was only Joe Mettle and quite a few number, few
Joe
people.
Kuda,
who believe that space. I quite remember way back in 2008, 2000, upcoming. When I was running GhanaMusic.com, one of the issues I had then was with gospel artists, because then they would tell you, don't put our stuff online. We don't want to deal with people online.
Because we're dealing with Jesus directly.
So you are dealing with a greater online.
Yes, they're dealing with Jesus Christ. So fast forward this time, like you said, so like Kofi Donko is doing amazing stuff with Celestine Donko. All these guys, Joyce Blessings today is crying off Facebook and YouTube and all these things. That should tell you how much social internet has impacted their careers now. Sadly for Kiddy, the time that he came, Say Cheese had 2 big songs. 2 big songs. Richie and Co could have done big. They could have done awesome, research and get to connect.
It's not that they could. They have to.
They could reach out to, bigger platforms out there. Now, out of Ghana, one of the biggest artists that made it in the US, what's his name? This guy,
Ghanaian?
Rainbow, no.
He's Ghanaian?
No, he's not Ghanaian.
Okay.
So the guy who came from jail. I mean, he could do 500 million within a.
Takeshi. Takeshi, 6ix9ine. Oh no, you don't know him.
I thought it was Obosompi.
No, but I mean, these guys, Obosompi Young, the GOAT, also AY Poyo,
MP,
and all these guys benefited from the moments that we're in. So, Kiddy had the biggest song. Keche followed up with their song. And,
No Darling.
No Darling. And who again had the biggest
Kwame
song?
Eugene.
Kwame Eugene had a song too.
The one that Nanaba
the gates, open gate. So
still
these guys,
back at lengths.
Yeah, so these guys, they were able to overwork or put in the work to get the numbers, the figures. It might not be right, but the question here is how many Ghanaians have been stream music? Ghanaians have not come to understand that streaming bit.
Has Corona pandemic brought us that? Has it brought us to that thought?
Listen, there's something that I learned during this period. I thought that, okay, I can put my music on all these platforms, iTunes and all these things. I never knew that when I put my music on playlist. Now, when I go on iTunes and Comedy releases music and it's about 20 playlists, that means that it's more or less like 20 DJs or 20 radio stations in Accra playing your song. Okay. Now, every playlist has about 50 songs in there. Now, automatically, when your song is added to a playlist, automatically, the monies that is shared there, you get some. Okay. Yeah. Now, this is what happens. Some people don't go online and say.
So that is what is called Spotify.
Spotify has its own. Yeah, Spotify has its own. Everybody has its own. So this is what happens. I wouldn't go to iTunes and listen to one particular music. Once in a while I do, but I go in for a playlist. So that I can get an African Afrobeat jam or probably a hip hop or this and that. So the very moment I click play, everybody on the list gets paid. Okay. So some of the things that we do is to make sure that you are plugged in. That is why we are supposed to get a very good publisher. Now the publisher's duty, and you should work with a very good publisher who is well connected. Okay. When he's well connected, he's able to get you all these things. Then again, with Spotify, if I pay, let's say $500 a month, I can be on a lot more platforms, a playlist. So we get to understand these things by the minute. That okay, so if I really want to get to somebody in the Caribbean to listen to my music, I need to do this. If you've realized these days, people have come to understand the YouTube ads. If you want to watch any YouTube video, you get to see somebody's video before. Yeah. People are getting to understand these things. So, like I said, we're not going back to Smash TV and all these things.
No.
We are going to,
Okay, now it takes me to my next observation. I saw that Ochami Kwame had created a platform where you will have to pay 5 Ghana cedis, and he's giving you a live performance Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Lala few. That is some creativity there that was also bringing in some revenue, some revenue stream. Did you see that?
I saw a few. I think. Yeah, I saw a few. I think Kwame and Anika are 2 brilliant people. Anika is a powerhouse man, Kwame. So I saw that, and within that space, everybody was bored. That was a time for Netflix and all these people to win. So anybody who came up with, great, innovative, also benefited. So Kwame was one of the beneficiaries here.
And let's talk about the virtual concerts. There have been a lot of virtual concerts. At least we've played some. Yeah. I mean, there was also the GH Unite by Papalogy Entertainment, where you had 4 biggest artists in Ghana. We had Stoneboy, we had Shatawale, we had Kwame Eugene, Kofi Kenata. I don't know if any of you had the privilege of paying 20 cedis to watch it.
The truth be told, I haven't had opportunity of paying money to watch any of them.
But you heard about the GH.
But I heard of all of them. We're industry persons, and anything that clicks, it comes to us before it goes anywhere. But you see, the truth of the matter is that this virtual, I was of the hope that even if we don't make money from pay-per-view, after the material is packaged, it will still generate some YouTube money for. But then the question also comes to the sharing of that money. Because if your fellow artist comes together, say about 5 artists comes together and produce a concert for you, and then you package it and put it on YouTube alone, then the revenue comes. What are you going to do? Are you going to cut? If you get $1,000 and you share everybody $200. So there's also be an understanding part of it where musicians can come to terms and say, I do for you or you do for me. Okay. That systems must come in now. Okay. Because some of the artists are very influential. they have higher peak. And when they are on your show and you put it on YouTube, within a few days, you can hit about 1 million and still be able to get your returns back. That is the one good news also about this thing. Now, secondly, when it comes to our community, I think that it's becoming this typical Ghanaian thing of
okay.
It's a typical that evil spirit which is chasing us from hating to see our fellow black man being successful.
Quincy, don't turn this show into a religious show.
No, it's not a religious show.
Okay, good.
But this is that system. We need to now begin having proper education and making people understand that whatever it is for Ghanaian, let it be. Let's support it. Because you see, if you check most of the musicians, their analytics from YouTube and all those online stores, as people get as higher download from China, from Singapore, from even their own homeland. That's the truth. And I'm saying that what interest has anybody in Singapore has to watch Camido or to go and listen to Camido's song? That interest. And even if you look at it, I'm saying that, and I want to be blunt on this one.
Okay.
You see, they keep saying that our population is 33 million. If we can have at least 3 million of that population actively downloading music, actively being, competitive when it comes to the creative art, oh my, it's good money.
Crazy. I don't even go with that saying because what's the population of Jamaica?
Well, I'm not even going there, but I'm saying that Jamaica, they're about 4 million or 5 million.
But what is the most popular genre in the world?
Good.
So
But I'm saying that out of our huge number, I'm just looking at a few of 3 million saying that Camido has released a song, and you have 1 million people going to download Camido's song for 1 Ghana cedis.
That is 1 million.
At 1 Ghana cedis.
That's 1 million Ghana.
Yes. But you see, the painful part of this system is that the individual, the people who can make this breakthrough happen is the telcos who have the numbers.
Let me also,
who have the numbers and they can begin, they can have a connection to begin helping the musicians to be able to reach that margins.
Okay.
You see the way the thing is coming from, because some of them, they'll be able to create music portals. And they are having larger numbers of 3 million, 4 million, 2.5 million, whatever about. And so if you look at it, if you depend upon the number you use, the telco that you use, every month you will see that a bill will be sent to you, like maybe 60 pesos for using music and all those things. If you go and check, that 60 pesos they have to, if you go and check on their platform, they have close to about maybe 4 million people there. Multiply 60 pesos by 4 million.
That's some good money.
That's a lot of money. That money goes to the telco alone for them to blast they and their content people. So I'm saying that this bigger picture that we are looking for, artists making money online, should begin starting from home.
It should start reflecting from home.
It should start reflecting from home. That we need to begin seeing the thing reflecting from Ghana. That an artist, we should be proud to say that Kiddy should be able to wake up one morning and say that my song, I had 1 million Ghanaians, based on my analytics, 1 million Ghanaians downloading Open Gates. It should be possible at 90 Ghana cedis.
It should be.
Don't you think that
it should be? It should be.
It should be possible.
Yeah. You see, what I wanted to say was the fact that, listen, example, let's take iTunes Top 100 Ghana.
Okay.
It's filled with about 70% Nigerians. Now, the reason is...
Can you imagine 70%?
The reason is, I think it's marketing. Listen, we can push the blame to other people, but then we need to also understand that now music has changed. Music now is a product that you need to market. Let's say even in my house, how many people will stream music? You get me? What they will do is probably, YouTube, everybody is familiar with it, but how many people even do have, Spotify doesn't work in Ghana, so we'll put that one aside. Let's say the Boom Plays, the Halftowns, and all these platforms. How many of us even spend time? The only place I consume music for, mostly I would say, is Apple Music, because it's a plug I play, all the time. But when I log on, when I want to log on to all these platforms, who comes to mind? You as an artist need to create top of the mind awareness so that anybody thinks music thinks you. You get me? These are the things that can make some of us
but George, well, this thing that you are saying there, yes, very valid point. But I'm saying that of all this that our musicians have done, if it is still not enough, then the only thing possible we need to do is that maybe one of them, you woke up tomorrow morning and you see somebody carrying coffin at Kwame Nkrumah Circle.
No, it is.
Because you see, because you see,
Carrying coffin doing what?
because you see, because it's still not enough. We are doing marketing. Because upon all that we have done, upon all that we have done, even to the extent last week I saw Shatawale in the wearing them is who had offended bonnet with making her face, his face and everything, doing makeup, putting cream or something at the face, sulfur at the face, all of them on live. The things people have done to market themselves in GH here. We have seen young girls bringing their nipples out for us to see it free, all because of marketing. We have seen them going naked. We have seen people stripping naked, purposely just to go. And if at this level still, marketing is not at its peak for Ghanaian artists to begin making money, then I'm sure that the next thing we need to enter.
The astonishing bit here.
Because for me, I'm surprised.
Okay, so the surprising bit here is that Ghanaians consume more Nigerian music, especially Ghanaians who have the.
Now it's coming down.
Yeah, I mean,
now the trend is coming down.
Yeah,
because
it is,
we are now having competitive music that is hitting the Nigerians.
On the street,
I think
that trend is coming now.
On the street, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about online here. With the online. It is not.
So, and on our online space, I know my references come from Boomplay.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Boomplay top 10 or top 100, Nigeria is taking about 80%.
They will take.
No,
in the
reason,
Ghanaian space.
The reason is that because, like you said, most Ghanaians think, our people say, I'm bigger than them. Let me move and go listen to foreign content.
Wait, are you sure that is the case, or is the fact that Ghanaians just don't like Ghanaian?
We don't like Ghanaian.
Uncle, this thing we are doing, go and watch the analytics. You see the foreign people, Chinese people are even watching, and Ghanaian people, you will flip it off. We are flipping and flopping.
Thank you, flip-flops.
Yes,
flip-flopping.
We are flipping and flopping.
Let's hold on to that.
That's the system.
We are flipping, yeah.
It's like, I'm telling you, but when Sinach, see, there's a typical.
Isn't that we have an insatiable taste for foreign
hypocrisy
stuff?
And
yes,
everything. I'm telling you,
we have an insatiable taste for foreign stuff.
I give an example to somebody. I said, look, people drive through Accra every day. They go to Kantamanto. They see trousers, these trousers, and they don't want to buy. So one young man bought a nice shop at East Legon, first glass and air conditioning, went to Kantamanto, ironed the trousers very well, and came in there, East Legon, come in, hang it there, and sold it for 10 million. And people were packed buying it. Wow. Meanwhile, the thing was at Kantamanto, 50 Ghana cedis. I'm telling you.
So what is it here? Is it that we like brands, we like some brands, or we like things in a certain kind of way?
We want to, this is what I say all the time. You set the bar high, and people will jump to it. That's what we like.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we like.
These bars we keep talking about, we continue to set these bars. We have set.
No, because
now the bars are even hitting the red.
Because you see, a typical Ghanaian,
the bars are hitting the red.
A typical Ghanaian wouldn't like to listen to Sakonis out with the new music.
I am saying. You see, IB, you know what the problem is?
Tell me.
The problem is that we have our system, we have too much of informal persons within us.
Okay.
It's the informal sector that is controlling our economy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, until that trend turns, and you have more formal people, and then before you begin to see this success we are talking about. When you have an economy that is made up of too many informal persons, people whose education is low, people, all these type of things, they contribute to some of these things we are discussing.
Okay.
It's important. I'm telling you, basic structure. So when the person sees something, there's this excitement of having an appreciation to a foreign thing than what
we have here in Ghana.
What we have here in Ghana.
Hold on. We have some of the footages ready. Let's just go and take a look at them.
Footages of who?
Like GH Unite. We have the virtual concert. We're talking about the virtual concert. How we can come to our claim and accept our virtual concert.
Okay, show it and let's see.
Yes, let's take a look at some of them. These are some of the concerts that we've had here in the country. Kind courtesy Silicon House Productions.
Yeah. Nature say what that's waha, and you are still alive. This is GH Unite.
No fuss, no fight. Throw away the guns and the knives. Come make we get together. Unity is strength and you know say strength is the power. Oh yeah, love is the winner for every other hour. Oh 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 yeah, yaka yo. Boy, me say that. Ne tuna suni sisi kete. Oka brofo te king na no ya resi. Hey, ne se monjira smile siri. Na on penny one se me no chile. Oh yo, me beefy ni brony. Golden tree chocolate, ninja toli, each and every day, every tree. Oh, I'm everywhere. So I go down, top of your mother. I said, baby, never, baby, they got the confusion. So my baby, forget my innocence. Yeah. Baby, you go kill me, shine. You want to blow my mind. Oh, I don't know. My baby won't go. Baby, you go kill me, shine. You want to blow my mind. Oh, I don't know. Everybody, I'm a hero, and I'm a hero. If I die today, I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
What's up? Tell them I'm a hero. From zero up to hero. I was born as a hero. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. Them know the single. When the simple and the hate and them never equal. I'm sorry. Boy, me never know you, my life. How can you say when I go rich now? Pussy, you never know about me, yet be afraid of me. Pussy, be afraid of me. And the legacy. So pussy, be afraid of me. Marcus, sleep on the mountain top and me watching. Remember the early bird do all of the catching. Got more leap at dogs where do the touchings. If I want to sweet and we flashing, I mean them can never manipulate. Not deal with them, me not stand every day. Move to them and stand me ready for them. Lord, guide over us, Emperor Selassie. I know it is a must for us to make it home, Africa.
So those were some of the clips you saw from the GH Unite concert, which was here at Silicon. And most of these virtual concerts have been made possible by Silicon House. Another thing I just want us to take a look at, Silicon House.
Yeah.
They have aided the industry in these times. Most of these virtual concerts have been made possible by Silicon House Productions.
Big shout to them.
Yeah. Now, shout out to them. Let's take a look at GH Unite. Let's take a look at Famille. Even our Doom Praise this year was virtual.
Kelvin Boy's album.
Kelvin Boy's album was here. Famille's amazing album, which we're going to take a look at, was also here. So it is true, like you're saying, artists have really packaged themselves well.
I don't know what you people want them to do again. The amount of packaging that have gone into brands in this town, the amount of money.
Okay.
I mean, it's important for us to, even look at virtual Silicon House. I mean, take a day and come to this place and come and see the state-of-the-art equipment they've loaded here. The total investment value that is here now is over $5 million. Over $5 million worth of investment which has been sunk this place, managed by one person and his partners. And so, if of all this thing we are doing, and still it is not enough, then maybe we need to go and take over Jubilee House and then do all our plugins there. Because you see, I don't know what else should a person do. What it is that it is important for Ghanaians, for us to begin accepting our own. That is, you can't, if anybody want to change this word, this mathematics, let's begin patronizing our own. And it's not only from entertainment, though. Go and check from foods, clothing, to everything. Look, go to art center. The white people, they come to this country.
That's where they go.
What do they wear? They wear the batiks and everything. Young lady, if you are in the afternoon, and you see a young lady wearing woolen dress, the whole top down covered, and you meet them in town, and then I ask them, Madam, what is the problem? What is the problem? Is somebody fighting you? Because there's a huge situation we need to wipe up. There's this whole typical mentality of us buying into people's culture. They go and watch the Kardashians, and then they want to do. They watch this gym, they want to do, and everything. So we are copying blindly. So it is not even giving us that excitement to believe in our own. I'm saying that sometimes when we do most of these shows, until recently, when we do most of these shows, and this foreign act, when they come, I'm telling you, you have Ghanaian ladies who can sing word for word.
Their songs.
And I fold my arms. And then you have an artist goes there to the stage, Ghanaian artist will go to stage, and then the whole typical Ghanaian is looking at the person like this. I said, Madam, you have witchcraft spirit. You cannot, are you serious? You have witchcraft spirit. This is what we have, this is the situation and the trend we're having. There was one time we did VJMA, and we brought one guy who came from South Africa with a broom. He came to sweep the whole place. Like this. You remember that guy? Very, very frustrating artist.
It's not a comic show. It's not a comic show, please.
Very, very frustrated. I haven't seen him again after that one. After that incident.
I forgot to. Yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to recall the name.
He came here, he was shocked.
But all in all,
you came to disappoint all of us. So, but on a more serious note, bros, what did he come to do with the broom?
Is it last leave?
Hey, man, have people stop using broom? Hey, man.
I'm watching the idea.
Hey, man, have people stop using the broom? That guy swept the whole stage from left to right, and he couldn't even stand one place and perform his own song. Who?
And these are the people who are
and yet you have Ghanaian ladies, they were shaking, they were singing the boy's song word for word. This is what I am hoping for it to begin happening to Ghanaians.
But I think like was it 2 years ago when the industry gave birth to the Case, the Kelvin Boy, the Kwame Eugene, the Kiddy, Kim Promise. I think that narrative has been a bit well managed. It's not like it used to be, where we're accepting all foreign songs. I think these young generations.
It started from Kwabena actually.
Yeah, well, Kwabena. Yeah. Yes, when people started buying into the fact that we have good artists here, and that is what really started blocking the influx of the Nigerian songs and the foreign songs. So at least we can say that they've done well.
We've done well, George. I mean, before Honor Mama comes in, if you look at it, it also sometimes works on the creative ability. That what are the trends? What are the songs people are dancing to? Or people, what are the things? What is it that these Nigerian guys are doing that maybe we are not doing? The songs, the beats, and everything. So we had a few of these guys that came together and started hitting the microphone with some of these songs. And then got attention of the Ghanaian public. I mean, you could see, now even if you come to the gospel, you can see that the Nigerians, when they come here, they can't even get the attention that they deserve, unlike those times. Yeah. Now, the Ghanaian artists, when they, on any gospel platform, and you meet Joe Metty, you meet Dana Hamilton, all these people, the Nigerians do not, the Nigerians will even go and peep in the crowd and watch what is happening. I'm telling you, they can't survive. There was one guy called from Nigeria, Priye Odede or whoever. He came to do a show here, and he was zero. And from that young man has not even come on vacation here again. So it is all about it's about how we are influencing the perception and the hope we are giving to our artists. That love, that home love, is what we are hoping that now that we are having the songs, because now if anybody is looking for a song that is sounding like a Nigerian thing, is there. Kiddy is doing it. Kwame Eugene is doing it.
At it.
Kevin Boyne is doing it. Your own Camido is doing it.
Also at it.
If you want a song that is sounding like America, go and listen to Shatawale versus Beyonce. It's there. We have the match. If you want any song that is sounding like a Jamaica and everything, go and listen to Stonebwoy with the Morgan Heritage. We've done, and even check the map. When you're talking about collaborations, we have had Ghanaian artists almost collaborating with all the top international artists now.
Yeah.
Go and check the calendar. We've had all of them. And if people are saying that all this is still not enough for us to be able to achieve the marketing concept for people to begin patronizing our music, then we need to uproot Silicon from here and go and fix that at Wodoma Cemetery. Because me, I don't understand it again.
George coming. Well, folks, I just need to remind you that we're still live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, and also do not forget that this has been made possible by Silicon House Production, where they make your innovative ideas a technical reality. Greenline Smoothie and Juice, powered by nature, and Silicon Lodge, exclusively yours. George, before you come in, let's go on. Let me hit on Facebook the comments that are here. Now, Razbamba says we need to also work on the industry standards. Well, Alvin also comes here and says, I agree with you, we need to be strategic with our marketing. And then he comes again, flipping and flopping. Bamba also comes in again, the industry, great discussion. Well, Kobe is enjoying it, and Alvin comes, God bless Silicon. And Cyril Soundcraft says, long live Silicon House. Okay, well, more messages coming in. Yeah, George, coming.
Okay, so before I start, big shout out to Razbamba.
Okay.
All the way from Europe. He's watching us.
He's watching, yeah.
The big guy, huh?
Yeah, big guy. So this is it.
Very big guy.
No,
Razbamba is...
pocket-wise.
Go on.
So this is it. You know, initially made a statement that the economy is being controlled by informal people. Now, these informal people are guys that most of them are people that don't even understand this internet space. When it comes to the streaming, the downloads and all these things, all they care about is they give pen drive to somebody, download song on it, and I'll play in my car, my home and all that. Now the few former ones who knows and understand this streaming and all these things, now these same people we are sharing with Nigerians and Americans. So it has become difficult for us. And the only way that we can, start increasing the numbers is, one, education. We need to educate the people. I mean, the Shatawales and all these artists need to involve the artists and say, listen, it's not about you shouting. Go on this platform and stream my music. Send me a screenshot of you. Listen to my music on Boomplay, After, and all these platforms. Even YouTube, do so. Otherwise, the only alternative is for us to advertise our products beyond the shores of Ghana. Now this is internet. It has no boundaries. So that is why when we see people, when we see other artists, advertise at the Times Square and all this, we get excited because now they are trying to tell you that we are reaching into the American market. One of the most difficult markets to enter is the American market. But Davido has been able to enter there. You get me? That's how come he's getting the millions and billions of streams. So until
Burna Boy.
Yeah, Burna Boy.
Huge. Times Square.
Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy.
Yeah. Mr. Easy is known as the digital magnates amongst all African musicians.
That guy is something else.
He's the only artist from Africa who can walk straight into Apple Music and go and demand for what is owed him.
He has a connect, and now he's actually introducing something that called you can actually, so he's giving you the audience, the listener, and he's giving you the opportunity to also earn money from you listening to his music. Okay. So if you listen to his music and it gets $1, you get like 20 pence or like 20 cents. 20 cents. And he gets 80. So, he's coming up with great things.
That guy can do advert on CNN
and there's a guy.
He does advert on CNN every month.
This is a Nigerian artist who prioritized Ghana to even Nigeria because he has dating rate here in Ghana, not Nigeria. Has it ever clicked you why Ghana is of extreme importance to Nigerians?
Because
why is it so?
So before all this UK and US came to play, there was a day I was in Lagos and they were planning their promo strategy, and Ghana is counted as a city in Lagos in Nigeria. So you do Lagos, you do Abuja, you do Ghana, you do this, you do that. So for any artist to be popular or to be big international to a Nigerian, first they were using Ghana.
Ghana.
If you are big in Ghana, you are.
So why don't we see that, and why aren't our artists, our big artists, that huge? If Nigerians are making Ghana a platform, or are seeing Ghana to be the platform that makes their artists huge internationally?
I had opportunity when I was managing Becca.
Yeah.
I had opportunity working in Nigeria for almost 2 years.
Okay.
For 2 years, I was in Nigeria with Becca. And George, I can tell you, there was one particular artist. So when we started going there, the song, we go to Okocha 32, Okocha's nightclub, and the song is like, they dance to the, but this boy is in Accra, and hardly managing Gary Kunko Bakokra. So what can we do? So I started reaching out to this guy. I said, look, I want you to enter this place. Oh, manager, we go. I said, I would take you myself even there. He never mind.
Are we content with?
No, there's some kind of fear.
Yeah, we're scared. Okay. Yeah.
There's some kind of fear. Typical, and that's what they say. The Nigerians are aggressive.
Okay.
We are reserved, laid back. That's the thing. The difference between laid back and aggressive is laziness.
So they are lazy.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the difference. I'm telling you, like this music business thing we do. If you are lazy, you can't be a manager. Music business is not for lazy people. I'm telling you, it's one big factor.
Okay.
Artists, when they are starting their career, let me tell you, if you 4 a.m., if Silicon wants to interview them 4 a.m. here, they will wake up, time themselves and come. The moment they become big, and you call them that, oh, Ojaf, Silicon wants to interview, they will tell, can they do it on phone? Lazy. It is laziness. It is laziness which has contributed to most of our Ghanaian artists going down the drain. I'm telling you, majority, I work with them. I've done this job for 25 years, and I can tell an authority that I have been in this industry for long to know some of the problems. It is sheer laziness. Aggressiveness is not there. Consistency is not there. Focus. We also have this system. This is also one of the problems. Our industry is not filled up with experienced technical people behind the scenes to work. Until recently, now we are beginning having people who knows into iTunes and all these places, George and Co, they are training people and what have you. I'm telling you, and even with them, count the numbers. Count the numbers of people who can sit down, open laptop, and they know where they can plug a music and be able to get $20,000 for an artist. How many of them would you have in the system? And sometimes I look at them. Yesterday I was with somebody and I challenged. I said, look, you people say that there's money in music, there's money in music, and we are not getting it. You people, one of these days, I'll be starting jailing some of you. Because you know where the money is, and you people are not helping us to achieve.
You start jailing them.
Because they know the truth. They know the truth, and it's a sin for anybody who knows the truth and don't want to expose. So I'm saying that even with our platform and the system we have, we need more qualified persons who can, because where the music trend is going, where music is going now, and the system, it will get to a time, it will become like travel. If you're not educated, you can't travel. Now travel, go to outside. If you go to Canada, you see everybody standing there like this. You don't know what to do. Because the whole airport is digitized. The whole airport is digitized. You don't see any human being sitting there. You get there, no, you see people going, you put your passport here, it will cross you here, some people will come, you take it, you read, you go to another person. The world is getting to that. That is the speed to which we are traveling. Look at the speed though, and we are still thinking about Toshiba camera 2014. This is the problem we are in now. So we need high quality individuals. We need people who will dedicate themselves and training. It's the reason why I'm happy this creative art bill has been passed. Because what it means is that we can now have money for people to be able to train more industry people. It is our demise. It is our problem. I'm telling you, because if we don't do that, it's the reason why Nesopoko can come out and say that putting your music on YouTube is not important and all those things. Because
that was a rather down.
Yes, because it is not his fault.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. So he
doesn't know. He is an artist. So we will need people like Judge Britton who are now educated in music. They know where the money trend is. To be able to go to them and say, Ernest, come, I'll sign 6 months package with you. I will manage your content on these platforms. This is it. When the revenue comes, yours is 60%, mine is 40%. Because George knows that if I put Ernest Opoku's music with all the name he has around the world, if I put his music here like this. By 6 months, I can make this money. We want some of them to begin investing like that, like how we were doing those days. If I see you can sing, I will take you, polish you, take you to the studio, but that's how can we're able to do Cecilia Mafu and all these people. We're able to bring them, Kofi Sapons and them.
Okay.
We saw the talent in them, but our system now, people fear. They don't want to. Even at this time that we are still having people. This time, till today, we still have managers who don't know even what is called Gmail.
What are they managing?
No, it's true.
It's true.
That bit is true.
Well, you have actually met people
we've dealt with people. Okay, now this is what happens. Especially
this is my first time.
It is better. It is your first time. You are even lucky.
No, see, this is what happens.
You are even lucky.
They are artist managers.
No, listen.
I'm telling you.
When do you reply to your respond to your emails? Now, most of these international platforms, when you're dealing with them, it's not phone calls, it's emails.
It's emails.
And you can send someone an email. It will take you 2-3 days before you respond. Time no day for people like that.
Wow.
You get me? So that's how. Listen, there was somebody they were actually connecting a Ghanaian artist to I think it was a Jay-Z or somebody doing the Year of Return.
Year of Return. Okay.
Now they called the artist manager. Okay. The artist manager was sitting on the low, and he joined them via Zoom. And these people realized that this guy is not even serious.
Serious.
You get me? He was sitting on the low, and he could hear the echo, and he would hide the camera and turn it in. So they actually came to tell us that, listen, you guys are not even serious.
I'm telling you.
In Nigeria, you see, the reason they are excelling is because they treat this as business. Here it's fun.
I'm telling you. We need. That is, you see, problem. Nankasa here discussing. This marketing thing, we are talking about. That is where the problem is. That's the problem of the day. We don't have serious managers. I'm telling you. Have you even tried calling some of these top artists for a program? You will call the artist 25 times, he won't pick the call. 25 times, he won't pick the call. One small girl wearing kimpy dress coming to sleep with him, he'll pick it.
Hold on.
Business, he won't pick the call.
Percy, hold on.
Business, so
I can see your fire. I just have to leave you. I'm sure
there's a problem. Hold on, the other time we give it to you, we'll take you the time to talk. Let me tell you. We'll give you the time to talk. You see, there's a problem in the industry. We need to fix it. We need to fix this nonsense. That there's some kind of laziness, there's some kind of lackadaisical attitude going through some of our industry people. And when they finish, then they put the blame on some people. No, the blame is within. We need to begin having artists who are very serious. We need to begin having artists who are very serious.
When you say serious with the art or
serious with the business?
With the business.
Serious with the music business, because music is expensive. As I'm talking to you now, it will cost you 400,000 Ghana cedis, 4 billion, to be able to produce one single artist for 12 months. If you want the artist to make it successful, ask George, he will tell you 400,000. And you think it's a small money? You think it's a small money? Go and ask me how many speakers would that money buy. So it is important for us to identify the challenges and see. He's my friend, don't worry. Try owe him and see how it will look like.
Well, you're still live on Silicon House Live. And okay, so at this point, let's go and see how Famia's concert that was pay-per-view on box tickets played out. And this was also at the studios of Silicon House Productions.
Please say somebody there, baby I go cry. Or if I hear say somebody there, baby I go die. You shall say nobody there, nobody there, nobody there. Nobody there, nobody there, nobody there. She said, I'll be baby. And so she never go to play. Be there forever, we go day. Ethiopia, no day. She said, I'll be baby. And so she never go to play. Be there forever, we go day. Ethiopia, no day. You shall say nobody there, nobody there. I better go on. Nobody there. So if I see say somebody there, maybe I go cry. Or if I hear say somebody there, maybe I go die. Wanna love if it does the wife, or don't see me blow down. Be my wife, be there you, if we marry. Day to day, who me baby and your shades. Money day, na Friday. Many mommy play. Party play, my jewel girl, no nyame type. Me don't cross our papa crime, no nyame size. Gucci in the ice, grapes water life. Obian come and sep, over come and so I fight. See, Show me what's in my money, no fee answer. Sheme fu, won't let me be the stomach cancer. What's spreading me boo? He did die. All this money and I can't buy it.
You're welcome from that. That was Fami's concert, and I'm sure a lot of people couldn't see it because you had to. It was pay-per-view on boxticket.com. Now we're talking about artists who are very serious. Now here at this very premises, Silicon House Productions, Kelvin Boy had his album launch. You were here because you couldn't make it, or
I couldn't.
But you heard about it, and that was like it was like a whole concert on its own. Would you say our artists are still not serious? I mean, looking at what happened at, the Black...
Some. Then again, there's Black City behind Kelvin Boy. Okay, and Black City is a hungry man. So when it comes to work, Black City really works hard. And I'm just excited that Black City is behind Kelvin Boy. You know, he's now showing the face and everything that is behind him. So Kelvin Boy, we're going to places. Yeah.
But how did you see the album?
It was beautiful. I mean, I happy to be here right from the beginning till the end. And Kelvin is a bounce boy. Okay, so when it comes to live performances, he's good. And what he did that day, I loved him, and I loved what he did. Yeah.
What was he?
Yeah.
How do you see Kelvin Boy?
Kelvin Boy is
as an artist.
Yeah, he's growing, and there's more responsibilities for him to take, and he's becoming more responsible with his words, his attitude, and everything. And that for me represents growth, right? Okay. Yeah, he's becoming more responsible now, unlike previously the way he was jabbing and then all that kind of thing. And so I believe that from wherever he is now, that he has a very good future. He's a talent. And usually people with talent, you don't have it, it's not always positive. There should be something negative in attachment to a very good artist. And that's a thing. And so Kelvin Boy is very good. He's straightforward, and I'm sure that I wish him very well in whatever he wants to do.
Did you hear of his, I mean, you couldn't make it because I didn't see it, but did you hear about it, the Black Star album?
Yes, I heard of the Black Star that he did. It's good. He's making money too on online. I mean, these are the boys who are making money. And that's what I'm saying, it's also coming from that understanding. It's also coming from that seriousness thing we are talking about.
Okay.
It's also coming from trust. Because let me tell you, it's important for musicians to begin believing in institutions and structures.
Okay.
It's important for musicians to begin believing in managers, people who wake up morning to evening to work for them. Because in this GH, no artist pays any manager. And so, George will wake up for morning, work with you, build your talent up for 2-3 years. And when the artists begin to see daylight and buy one Toyota Camry, he will go somewhere and then that George is a thief. So these are some of the structures that have broken down, that always collapse our music industry. The era when managers were referred to as the thieves and everything, when producers withdraw their money from the music industry, you see what has happened.
Yeah.
Now there are no people who are putting money into the music industry. Because no big man with his money will go and put money over 2 billion into an artist, for an artist to go and sit on one small radio station and then lambast or insult the person. And now you see them, they don't have.
When they don't even know how they are going to recoup.
Exactly. Because right now as we speak, that's the problem. So that assertion almost crippled the music industry, and investors pulled themselves out from it, the business. And all of them started going to China to bring mobile phones to come and sell.
Hold on. So let's take a look at what happened at the Black Star album.
We are going to look something again.
Yes.
We haven't finished looking what.
No, we'll come back to look at what we have.
Okay, don't delay.
Okay, so this is what happened here at Silicon House Productions when when Black City and Kelvin Boy decided to launch the album.
Wednesday, hey for you. Every day I go there, knock down for you. My band to the moon, chubby quarter. Yeah, let me shake the bumper. DJ pull up the banger. Follow me bumper to bumper. When I touch down, party the starter. And say, why be the matter? My band to the moon, chubby quarter. Oh, shabba do. I want to take you
you back to the good old days.
Me yo, whoa, me your problem, you know. Whoa, between me and boyfriend. Or see me actually the what?
Oh, see me oh, see what?
Or see me I don't know. Hey, yeah,
You know be you.
give me where she was. Hey, yeah, or see me I don't know. Hey, yeah.
The Black Star album by Kelvin Boy and the Black or Black City. Okay, so that was how it played out.
I mean, if this guy was to have still be under Stonebwoy, I'm telling you,
he should still have been under.
He will have been by this time.
Would have gone
He
places.
would have gone places.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because if you are working with a person who is able to use 5 days to make 1 million on YouTube.
Oh wow, that thing still beats your understanding, eh?
Hey, it's a big job. It's a big job.
Huge.
It's a huge. It's
And
not
coming
easy
from
thing.
someone like you, it should be taken. I mean, a lot of seriousness should be put to it because you have more than 3 artists.
I'm telling you
managing.
now, and that's why people are asking me when are you releasing Kofi Sappho? I said no. The system, I'm taking my time
to study
and lift him up to another level.
Okay.
I'm telling you because where he is gotten to now, the next level should not. We need to change everything. It's a different market altogether. People
So
don't
isn't
understand.
that you have works to release, but you're just taking your time to study
Yes,
this terrain?
I have works to release, and I'm taking my time because you see what my case, for example, I gave my works to people, and people were managing it, and they were just giving me whatever they want.
Okay.
You understand? So my account will be managed roughly, no contractual obligations, and I lost a lot of money from contractual obligations and what have you, and I'm not ready to repeat those mistakes again.
Okay.
You understand? So it's going forward now. I need to take my time and prepare the right structure, and that's what a good businessman does. You don't continue throwing money into dust. You take your time and prepare yourself very well, and then you can shoot. That's why I'm doing more events, because the events seems to, brings more money, and then you can save some money and then build up with the artists.
Talking about you and events, what happened to, Bliss on the Hills? Yes.
Yeah, this year because of the elections and stuff, we are, it's not likely we can do the show because from where the time and elections and everything came to, it was a kind of a box off. So definitely Bliss on the Hills will return.
Eastern region won't be so happy with you.
They will. They have to be happy.
They have to be happy because it's not coming off.
Definitely because they know what we have done for the last 5 years with Bliss on the Hills. And so if not, we need to save lives from this COVID because COVID is still rising. We need to be particular about it and then save lives.
George, now Christmas is just around the corner. We know that in Christmas a lot of events. Let's just look at last year. A lot of events came into Ghana, but this year, COVID. What are expectations this Christmas?
Not too many events. I'd say the normal jamborees are not going to happen. Most of them have been cancelled. The Afro Nation, Afro Chala, all these big events, even the usual MTN, Carol's Night and all these, most of these events are not happening.
A lot of events are really
a lot.
Kofi Kenyatta issued a communique that this year made in Tadi is not, which a lot of people in Takrade are not going to be happy because
I
know
think they should join the Anchors and dance if the Anchors are going to be there.
It's just straightforward. And it's, George, it's also a word to the artists now.
Yeah.
It's important for the artists to also evaluate their prices and their charging.
Yes.
Because this year, if you look at how all the big shows have been cancelled, and you want to maintain your price of 100,000, 200,000, nobody, I'm not sure anybody has 100,000, 200,000 to come and pay to you. Recently, there was a program that was being, a funeral program that was being coordinating, and I called one artist to come and perform. And the artist told me, says you charge 80,000. I said, Master,
for funeral?
For funeral. Come and perform on some funeral. You want to take 80,000. Did you kill the person? So it's important for us to.
Yeah, but you see, of course,
it's not a comedy show.
It's important for us to understand so that we can meet event organizers halfway. Because if somebody calls you within this time, I'm not saying that we are ridiculing artists or we are reducing their levels or no, I'm saying that we are not in normal times.
No,
and
even
therefore
in normal
prices
times
must also take effect for that effect to make it happen.
Would you or do you think that artists headlining their own shows will also give them a better understanding with these charges because then they get to know how organizing an event is like?
headlining,
because a lot of artists are headlining their own
yeah,
shows.
but you see, there's also a factor to the headlining.
Okay.
And the factor to the headlining has to do with budget.
Yes.
And sponsorship.
So my question is, when they headline their own show, will it give them a better understanding of what they should charge if an event organizer should call
They've been doing it not today. At least I've been headlining the artists for the last 10 years.
There's something going on that I think some of the artists need to pay attention to, especially the young ones.
Okay.
You know, they kind of get the older ones to tell them, hey, when they call you, charge this amount or charge that X amount. Now, let me state it here. Most of the big guys have some events that they do for free, or they do for very minimal money price. But they will tell you, because that's some of the problem that some of the young ones are having. When you call them, they'll tell you 40, 50, 60, 70, because they've been told that this is your time to make money and all that. It doesn't work this way. Even Charterhouse is even complaining about paying artists. I remember during the Miss Malaika, they wanted to put artists on. But anybody you call costs huge sums of money. When they're not selling tickets to the sponsors, again, a whole lot of things are going against it.
Was it also that probably the artists had not gotten anything to do because of the corona? So when they get
No, but if you haven't got anything to do, does it mean you have to bring all your family debt on one event? Does it mean you need to bring all your family debt on one event?
Like you
you
said,
need to be considerate. Considerate is a factor. Somebody has called you for a funeral. Funeral, maximum performance that you can do for a funeral is about what? 10 minutes, 20 minutes performance. Mostly one song. Because people are already crying, people are willing, and we just want you to come and hold the time and everything. And you say you want to charge 80,000. The whole funeral we are doing, how much is the budget? The casket, are you the one buying it?
The question wasn't even yours. It was George.
So yes, like you said, we as artist managers, we need to be very considerate, because we are in times that people don't sponsor events. The sponsors are not giving money. They'll tell you product or something small. And organizers need to work, production teams need to be paid. So we need to be considerate. I mean, if they reach out to you, for me, I charge very little now.
Yeah.
We are actually performing at a wedding right now. It's maybe if there was no corona, I probably would do bigger, 15, 20. But because there's corona, we probably might slash it. So I understand this space. I'm a businessman. And so long as you make mention of the money, you shouldn't take the money away. I need to collect from you.
Kwesi, expectations this Christmas, event-wise?
This year, the fear for people coming out is also a factor. That is possibly maybe demanding for most of these shows to be cancelled. Because, if somebody is going out, hey, you say arena ball. So actually, people are having mixed feelings about going to the event, what have you. There was one, I was actually hoping that by now movie theaters could have opened. Yeah, so that at least, because that one, families and, can actually adjust themselves, family of 3, they can sit together, maybe in their nose masks, enjoy some movies and what have you. I'm hoping that should come in order to support the Christmas activity, because a number of concerts have been cancelled. And therefore, the movie could have come in as a replacement, as a support to hold up for people going out. Other than that, you find a lot of people, the nightclub, the beer bars, they are the ones going to make the money this Christmas. Because most people there, they will go there, enjoy the speakers, the sound and everything, and all that kind of thing. But we are all believing that this system, now that vaccines have been found and everything, it will take over, and then the whole world can come to a perfect ground. Then we can enjoy our concert. But to my industry, I'm saying that it's important for George and his fellow, technology guys to come together like this and build up one marketing platform that will have the tendency to support coming musicians.
Okay.
Because where we sit now, it's difficult. If somebody gives you even money, 100,000, an investor met me and said that, Mr. Ernest, I want to give you $200,000 to manage 5 artists, and I want my money in a year. And he asked me to go and bring business. Up to today, I've met about 5 guys, 6 guys, table of men we've met and we've discussed it. It's still not easy coming up with putting in the money and getting it.
A year, sir.
You understand? Yeah. But he's also a businessman, and he's seen how he can invest $200,000 into an artist, because we keep making noise about it. So it's important for him and his team to come together, develop some marketing opportunity, and then now focus on hitting the Nigerians, getting closer to them. And so that we also can begin dictating on the international music space, like what is happening. So the artist does not need to suffer now that he's going to do it, and then he'll go and then there's already a company.
There's a common platform.
Exactly. There's a platform you can call George. George will come and sign with you. Yeah. I'll do this and then for you. Okay. On a sincere, genuine level. That for me is exciting.
Gentlemen, thank you so very much for making time for us here at
Thank you so much.
I'm sure we'll call upon you again.
Definitely. Here's our home.
Okay, good. I'm glad you know. Well, we are wrapping up. And wrapping up, let me take a few comments here. It says, Boshaba is still excited and still laughing. Well, I have Abby Tessie here. It says, right on point, Dr. Ernest. Well, it looks like your Dr. Ernest is going wow. And Holy comes and says, it's true. I like him. And she goes laughing. Naneka, I miss you too. And Elvis says, Zion Felix, Nana Ya Adomakwa bro, come see La. Well, it is good that you have joined us here for this 2 hours, and it's been very educative, it's been very informative, and I'm hoping that come another Friday, we're going to sit and have another conversation like this with you being inclusive. The name is Ibrahim Benbako, and on social media it's IB Benbako. But please, if you have not clicked on the subscription button on YouTube, it is Silicon House Productions. Please click on that subscription button. Go on IG, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us, and it's Silicon House Productions. Many thanks. Next week, we are bringing you an artist you will love so much.
Henry Timothy. I want to thank Silicon Sound for coming out supplying us while we came out here to Ghana. My first time, I want to thank them for all their hard work and everything they did. Thank y'all very much. Blessings.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.